Well, what's happening is these oil businesses, corporations are making a massive amount of profits, basically out of fear. And while also Biden, what he did, he closed off supply lines, fuel supply lines. Do we need to get off carbon so much? We should be uh, definitely operating with hybrids by this point in time of some sort. Um, but Hawaii can't even supply its electric fleet of under 20,000 vehicles, charging stations. I mean, that's the thing, it's real estate. And I have to conserve my air conditioner because friggin' the power grid can't handle it, right? And the damn thing is, the electric companies make a profit, because it's peak hours, high demand. Uh, uh, and that's the thing, is that tax dollars should be going towards these things, like telephones, infrastructure, like electricity, uh, like basic energy requirements, utilities. That's where taxes should be going. Um, but anyways, what's happening here is, if we do this tax holiday, on where's the money for the infrastructure going to be coming from? And that's the whole thing, is that gas is, like, the fuel price is actually appropriate. The way it is now. We've had a lot of cheap fuel. Um, yeah, definitely. And a cup of coffee costs more per unit than gasoline. So that's the thing, is, do you want your 16-ounce freaking mocha cappuccino, or do you want a gallon of gas? In fact, you might be able to get more than a gallon of gas for the price of a coffee. That's the damn thing, is the price of coffee is the price of a McDonald's meal. How does that even work? But this is, look, CNN, friggin' calling it right there. It's a gimmick. This is all about friggin' the elections and everything of that nature, because the Democrats, the real Democrats, are separating from the liberals and whatnot. And that's the damn thing, is that they're so divided on things on the left, that they cannot even unite on leaders, whereas at the very least the right, and I hate to use the left and right, for politics, red, blue, that's the damn thing, is that there's, the unity, the duality makes the Holy Trinity, and that's, but the thing is, we just are, we have the illusion of a democracy. We're just one party away from a dictatorship. It's just getting, absurd and whatnot. But the Republicans, they are united because it's like, trying to do something about the economy, and that's what people are worried about. The economy. Hell, hold on a second. Americans lost $500 billion in wealth in early 2022. America's top 1% lose $1.5 trillion on stocks before bear market. You see, we need to stop worrying less about freaking rainbows and pronouns and more about the economy, because that affects us all, right? And because policies are created by politicians, which are enforced by police, and that's why private institutions, correctional facilities are bad, because people shouldn't be making a profit off of crime. And if that's gonna be the business, then it should go to the tax dollars and everything. But that's just what I'm saying is, man, like, are we going for a global reset? What's actually going on here? There's, Bitcoin. Just seeing type that in. That's where it's at. Lost half its wealth. And the thing is that why it's so fundamental, to have Bitcoin is because it is a decentralized currency exchange. Basically like a Telegram or MoneyGram, type of thing, and how there's fees with that. Bitcoin has its own, servicing fees and such, and but minuscule, in regards to the fees for wiring money and such. And that's what people need to consider about that, is that Bitcoin as a means of currency exchange, is actually, rather helpful, actually has, some tangibility and such, because people believe in it. Many countries have adopted it, and it's comparable to. It's not gold. It's comparable to copper. Oops, not Cooper. Bitcoin is resting digital copper. It's not gold. Goldman Sachs commodities boss Jeff Curry, the global head of commodities research at Goldman Sachs, described Bitcoin as a risk-on asset that is similar to copper as a hedge against inflation. It's basically not nearly it's basically, what I'm saying is, it's being, comparable to precious metal is what gives it, Bitcoin, some tangibility and such. It's all faith-based. It's all faith-based. It's digital. So, it is risky. But just as a currency exchange, people are using it, and it's a way to get away from the banks. Sorry, I just went on a rambling tangent there as I'm trying to read and talk things. But, the fact is, this tax holiday, and they're talking about like 3 months or something like that. 3 months. To call on Congress to approve a 3-month gas tax holiday. So that's basically through summer. And so, we get hit hard in the winter and everything, and this is not the solution. What is the solution? Well, erase the problem, to create a solution. And that means, we need to get rid of Biden. And this is, and that's what happens when, someone has so much blackmail. like basically, and no, I'm not being racist here. Like like for I got dirt on you stuff. He sold the entire country out. In Ukraine, that's just a debacle. I mean, we're going to war. USA going to preparing for war. I mean, that's what's scary. Preparing for war. Oops. Is. Oops. No. 4 is. We're scanning options in Ukraine, U.S. and allies prepare for long war. Washington must prepare for war with both Russia and China. That was in February. The U.S. preparing for war with China and Russia at the same time. We prepare. You should too. Department of Defense. Is U.S. Military actually ready for war? Keeping it. I mean, I just fear that there's going to be a false flag attack blamed on Russia that invokes the United States to enter the war, just like Lusitania. Lusitania, you cocksucker. There. Hold on a second. I can't. What did the British smuggle on Lusitania back in 1902? While is agreed to stick to the official line that they had no munitions on board, and that it had always been public knowledge that Lusitania's cargo included some 5,000 cases of small arms ammunition. And warned of danger from war munitions in 1982. I mean, so that's the whole thing. And that's what I fear with Russia. But, just remember, I'm sorry, I just went on a tangent and stuff, but the gas tax holiday is just, it's complete abortion. It's hell o'clock, 11:34. Take care, be safe, be kind, stay strong. Love y'all.